And right now it's time for that time when we have our special guest. Tonight's special guest is Bernie EVA. Bernie is part of the team at Kiwi Pro-Am. Their vision is to nurture and promote young country singers onto the world stage. They do this every year at the National Country Music Awards in the Founders Theatre in Hamilton. We welcome Bernie EVA as our special guest on The Beat Goes On. Welcome Bernie EVA.
Welcome, Gerard.
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Hey, what an exciting time of the year. Every year it rolls around, the National Country Music Awards. What a wonderful time of the year for you.
It's brilliant, very busy, and it's becoming bigger and bigger every year.
Now, how long has it been going, Bernie?
This will be our fifth show. The first
show.
one was in 2006.
How did it all start? Tell me, what were you thinking when you started this, Bernie?
Well, in actual fact, it was an idea of Gray Bartlett's. He'd done a lot of work with us. There's a group of us that he had a lot of confidence in, so he put this idea to us about creating this organisation called Kiwi Pro-Am Country Music Organisation. Our young entertainers that are coming through are not getting the same exposure. This is what Kiwi Pro-Am is trying to do, give them far more public exposure so they have a better chance of finding that opportunity.
And we can produce great country singers, can't we?
Absolutely, no doubt. As a very good example is Keith Urban. Keith Urban, born, bred, Whangarei, and moved over to Australia and then into America.
So Keith would have had a hard job to get from Australia, but you're making it easier for these young New Zealand country singers to get from New Zealand, get them across to the United States into the home of country music.
I believe so, and we're very fortunate with the likes of Gray Bartlett and particularly Rob Potts as International Director of Country Music America, and he's the one that's opening these doors, so he has a lot of belief in the talent we have in New Zealand.
So let's get this right. You're a young country artist in New Zealand, you've got aspirations, you want to be successful, but if they can win your Horizon Award, they can get a trip to Nashville.
They go to Nashville, they appear on the Global Party. From there, they actually get a lot of contacts with all the big names, the big promoters.
Well, the home of country music,
isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It is a very big step in their careers. Absolutely no guarantees, as you well know, in entertainment. But they get the opportunities. They really see what the big world is about.
It happens, Bernie. Of course, it's happening this very Saturday night. This very Saturday night, isn't it?
The 14th of August, Founders Theatre, 7:30. One of the best.
Hamilton.
And our main attraction, of course, is the Top Twins. There is a great lineup of entertainers there this year.
Wow. So, everybody, all our viewers, head for Hamilton this Saturday night, Founders Theatre, and it's a great show. Let's go through the lineup this week. What's happening on the show?
On the show this year, we have a young girl. The Horizon nominees is Kaylee Bell from down the South Island. Daniel Cosgrove is our local from Hamilton, and Ceylon Guyton is also from the South Island. Three incredible young entertainers. They are very serious contenders for the future of country music. And of course our very special guests in the professional line is the Top Twins, James Ray from Auckland and Tammy Nielsen from Auckland up here as well. Tammy is doing extremely well throughout the world, and she's just done a very successful tour of Canada. So she is something really to watch for. We actually have an Australian artist come across as well, as the thing that we do between Australia and New Zealand now. Tennille Nida, she won the Telstra Road to Tamworth competition.
This is marvellous. Now, of course, in the first year, you probably had to ring all these people and tell them we've got a show.
It was amazing.
They must be ringing you now, Bernie, because it's...
Well, you did right, Gerard. That is exactly what's happening.
So one of these days, Bernie, and this is going to be the proudest moment of your life, one of these young singers, the winners of the Horizon Award, will go to America and start a recording career and be the #1 country star.
Well, 5:30 p.m. rolls around. There's a little old joint outside of town. I've only got time for a couple of beers. The jukebox song ringing in my ear. The next thing you know, the bartender's pouring. Shots are flowing, got me stoned, and all I really know is that I should be going. But I'm soaking up the moment. I'm all jacked up, all jacked up.
So it begs the question, Bernie, you're having to do this because you love country music and you want to see our young people doing well. Why has it been left to you and your organisation to get out and put... I mean, it's amazing. We live in this supposedly media-mad country and our young country stars just aren't getting the exposure.
We don't have long enough to explain that situation.
What do you think it is?
I think unfortunately, there's this terrible stigma with country music. The moment you mention country, they would use the word Western,
yes,
and they put us in the cowboy category.
Yeah.
Now, many years ago, when I convened the New Zealand Country Music Entertainer of the Year, we had Suzanne Ray out here, and that was back in the mid-'80s. And even way back then, America was trying to get the word Western taken out of country. So from a commercial point of view, we need to get that word out, because Western is a part of country. It's not all country. So that's the important part. And I think the media tends to shy off us on that. But when you look at Shania Twain and all these ones that are coming through, Keith Urban and the likes, it's very commercial.
Well, let's look at that. Shania Twain was a country artist, wasn't she? And
we still consider her a country.
Yeah, look at the success that she had.
Without doubt.
It saddens you in a way, doesn't it?
It frustrates me. It really frustrates me because our artists that have been to America, we're very lucky with Philip and Wendy Thornton was over there last Christmas for a couple of months, and they look at what's over there. We've got Kylie Harris over there that's actually fronting her own television show, a Kiwi. There's a Kiwi over there as one of the major promoters of country music in Nashville. Those doors are now opening for us. The network is now being set up. 35 years in country music and my dreams are only just starting to come true.
Okay, so what is the definition? What is country music? What is country music?
That has many forms of interpretation, because once again, under the title of country, you have Western, you have blues, you have rock, you have bluegrass. And that's what's the beauty of country music. It covers a wide range of all forms of music. Rock and roll came from country music. So,
and it's all destroyed because of this one little word called Western. People think of cowboy
I hate to
music.
labour on that, but I think it's quite true.
Amazing.
Because we need to look at it seriously commercially, and we need the likes of you people and the media of all forms, radio and television and the print media, to actually acknowledge the success. Here's a very good example. Gray Bartlett, at his 50th anniversary, sold enough CDs to chart. Dennis Marsh has got more gold CDs, more platinum CDs than any other country artist in New Zealand, and he can't even chart on our charts. That is nuts.
There's something wrong, isn't there?
Without doubt.
Yeah. Now Hamilton, how's Hamilton getting behind it? And why do you think they're getting behind it?
Hamilton is brilliant. The Hamilton City Council is 100% behind us. The Gallagher Group, Sky City, Well Energy, we have some brilliant supporters, sponsorship behind us. Without their help, we couldn't do this. This is a major event. Well over $70,000 for a one-night show. Country music, we just don't spend that money on country music. So this is a major thing to happen. Hamilton City, we believe, is the ideal place for it to be done, because within a 2-hour radius of Hamilton, we have 2/3 of the population of New Zealand.
Now, what about yourself, Bernie? Done a bit of singing yourself? Of course you have.
We played around.
Don't be modest here, Bernie.
Well, I guess that's what helps me drive this in a way, because back in the mid-'80s I was actually picked out by Ray Bussey of RCA to do a single. The experience that I gained from that is what I can now offer and help these young ones get through. So that was way back in the 80s. I think they're making Frisbees of those 45s now. They never had CDs even those days.
Well, Bernie, we're running out of time. It's great to talk about music because we're both in the music industry and we could talk about it all night. But thank you, Bernie.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful show.
Really appreciate it.
I'll be there.
Thank you.